Okay, let's move along to agenda item 4.6. Amanda?
Yes, so looking to approve the slate of election candidates for the 2019 election. So we put out a call for candidates. And I know there is a citizen who wants to comment on this issue. But this is the slate that when we mail out the ballots, we will have their biographies and their photos, and they have either their principal residence or principal place of business in the DDB's district.
Very good. And do we want to read the candidates into the record, or?
My list here. Sure. You have Shahab Imrani, Keenan Kinsel, Paris Morphopoulos, Festus Probini, and Edmund Rikipi.
Very good. And this is our last opportunity to add any names to the slate if we wanted to.
This is the last call, so to speak. So yes, now or never.
Okay. All right. And you said there was someone that wanted to address us, a citizen comment?
Yes. Hi, my name is Mark Bunker. And back in 2000, there was a citywide referendum when the city was planning to give away the entire downtown district to an out-of-town developer for $1 a year for 99 years. And before the citizens voted on that, the St. Pete Times at that point ran an article that included a poll that was conducted that showed that 66% of the people who responded to the poll thought that redeveloping downtown would only benefit Scientology. And 100% of the people who were polled said even if the downtown was redeveloped, they still wouldn't come downtown. And the reason was the presence of Scientology. Now we have a situation where the board is primarily made up of Scientologists. We've got Paris Morphopoulos, who's the president of the board, right? Stu Sowerman, is that correct?
You pronounce it not Rainman, but Showerman.
Showerman, okay, thank you, Stu. Ray Casano and Tom Wright.
I'm not a Scientologist.
You're not?
No.
Well, I've got you in the service completions here, Tom. There must be another Tom.
There is another
Wright.
Tom Wright, yes.
Okay, I apologize,
I'm Thomas
Tom.
Wright.
Okay. And then also not a Scientologist, but Ms. Jamo it does work for Scientology's go-to law firm of Johnson Pope. So we've got a very big balance toward Scientology's point of view. Now, the only one of you that I've run into before is Mr. Morphopoulos.
Until you lose some weight, get the hell away from me, you know? Are you on your 50 Twinkie a day habit now, or what? If you can't control your eating habits, Mark, what about your sexual habits? Where do they run to? Small children? Huh? Animals? What is it, small barnyard animals? What does it for you? Little boys? I told you I don't want to be videotaped by you.
Then why approach me on a public street?
Because I want you to get the hell out of here.
I used to shop at his store, One Stop Shop, until he told me that I wasn't welcome there. I never created a scene. He just considered me his enemy, which I don't think is right. I don't consider myself an enemy. I consider myself someone who speaks out against Scientology fraud and abuse. That fraud and abuse primarily impacts Scientologists. So,
Okay,
in
excuse me a
effect,
second.
excuse me?
The agenda item here, we're talking about the slate of election candidates for
Exactly.
the 2019 election.
So the
Please
people
get to
who are
your
coming
point.
up in this slate, of the 5 candidates, 3 of them are Scientologists, including Mr. Morphopoulos, Shahab Imrani, and Keenan Kinsel, all Scientologists. So if the problem downtown is Scientology, are Scientologists the answer? I ask this because it's a serious question. People are largely afraid to come downtown. They don't want their money going into Scientologist pockets. I don't agree with that. I come downtown. I think everyone should come downtown. But there is that perception that has to be overcome. So, you know, you've got that hurdle that you have to overcome. Yes, I'd be happy to answer any questions, but before I'm done, you're talking about luring homeless down here, turning it into a Disneyland for homeless by offering too much help.
It's a difficult issue. Nobody wants to see the people going hungry, so it's a fine line between withdrawing services from people that are going to go hungry otherwise and providing us a level of services that's so high that it's an attraction to come to our town. We don't want it to be that high. We don't want to be like the Disneyland for homelessness.
Seems to be that the largest single property owner and the wealthiest property owner downtown, Scientology, might be able to help with the homeless problem.
Okay, we're straying way off the topic. Please bring your remarks to a close. You're running out of time, and you're not
Right.
sticking
Well,
to the agenda.
my point is, we should be aware that you know, Scientology can do more to improve the
Okay.
impression of Scientologists. What were you going to ask?
Well, I am a Scientologist.
Yes,
I'm also a Christian. Most Scientologists are Christians.
right?
And we just recently donated a duplex in Greenwood, free, to help more homeless people have a air-conditioned and a toilet and bedrooms.
Very good.
Secondly, I believe 2019, you'll find it a very big difference from 2000. Very big difference in people's view. I've been here for 38 years, and it's amazingly different. People really like Scientology, and they're very curious about it, and they ask me very often, tell me about Scientology. Now, that didn't happen in 2000. It has happened in 2019.
Yeah, they've been asking me that question for 20 years as well.
That's you. I'm talking about, I'm right downtown, and
Right.
I see a lot of people. My office is a half a block east of Starbucks. They walk by and talk.
Okay. Anyway, this is not a discussion about Scientology. Okay, so now we're looking for a motion to approve the slate as discussed.
I move we approve this.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Good. Is there any additional discussion?
Actually, yeah, I would like to make a comment. I think other than David Albritton and maybe Jay Polglaze, I think I'm the senior person on this downtown development board. And in the time that I've been here, which is about 9 years, I can tell you I've never seen a vote here that went in favor of Scientology over the citizens of Clearwater. Thank you.
Good point. Good point. Okay, so now, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? There being none, that is the slate.